there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. Just wanted to share with you guys the stuff that I've picked up since the last video I recorded. Thankfully I haven't actually spent that much money on some of this stuff. There's only 3 key items that I did splurge and I did buy. It cost me more than $30, which is usually more than what I spend on any given video of these. For 3 particular items, but everything else I got really cheap. And some of the bigger stuff that I got were birthday presents. My birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and my beautiful wife, my beautiful daughter, my family, and my family-in-law did come together, and they gave me a whole bunch of stuff. So between that and the other assortment of stuff that I've picked up, I have enough to talk about. And actually, a bunch of stuff that I'm excited to share. I really am. I do like sharing my collection with everyone out there, to anyone that watches the video. And it also helps me to keep track of you know, what I have or what I don't have. So, yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Unfortunately, no Club Nintendo to talk about. I've mentioned this a number of times. I usually start off these videos with a copy of Club Nintendo, but Club Nintendo's pretty much dead. The last issue that should have come out did not come out physically. It only came out digitally. So I guess that Super Mario Maker magazine is going to be the last physical issue of Club Nintendo, because there doesn't seem to be any plans to release that in physical media, and that sucks. Club Nintendo was the last printed magazine that I was faithful to when I collected, and now it's dead. So the only physical thing that I have left to read are comic books and the random book that I might pick up. So it really sucks. It really sucks. I actually do enjoy reading about Nintendo news, even though if the news is like a month old. I do prefer to read it in the magazine than, you know, on hearing about it on Facebook or stuff like that. But that kind of sucks. Also, no new amiibos. I've pretty much given up on amiibos. It's just too impossible to find anything. I thought the amiibo craze died out, but apparently not. It's still going strong. Scalpers and resellers are still hoarding them to sell them at outrageous prices. I still haven't been able to find a Ganondorf or a Bowser Jr. I have no hopes of finding the Mewtwo one or if the Ryu one, if that ever comes out. So yeah, unless a miracle happens and I find those ones, I'm done with amiibos. Disney Infinity 3.0 did release a couple of toys that look cool. I definitely want to pick up Darth Vader and Darth Maul, Boba Fett, and if they make one for Kylo Ren, I'm going to pick that one up too. So yeah, no new amiibo news. But let's see, what can I start out with? Oh, the thing I'm wearing. I went to a Walmart and they had this for sale. I don't know if you'll be able to appreciate it. Let me zip it up. It's a Captain America hoodie. It has the, well, you won't be able to see it, but it has the Captain America cap as the hoodie. I thought it was pretty cool. It goes great with my shield. I actually thought for a moment to, you know, like, use the shield for Halloween, but I decided to go as Kylo Ren instead. And the Superman and Batman family, for the families. I went as Kylo Ren for work because they had a Halloween contest there. And then when I visited my family with my wife and daughter, we went as Superman. Actually, no. When I went out with my family-in-law, we went as Superman. And at night, I went with my family, and we went as Batman. But I still bought this. I thought it was pretty cool. It looks pretty badass. And so yeah, I picked it up because, you know, I thought it was cool. What else? Went to McDonald's. Usually when my wife and I go to the U.S., and we go shopping, we usually don't eat breakfast because we want to get early to cross the border because the lines get super crazy. And when we're there, we don't want to have a big breakfast or dinner because we want to get back and eat something here. But we usually stop by at McDonald's. We like I know McDonald's is not the healthiest thing, but, you know, for a quick snack, it's pretty good. We like the hot and spicy McChicken sandwich. The fries are always great, and the cheeseburger. But we also go there because they usually have some neat stuff, and the new stuff that they had there was the Peanuts toys. I still haven't actually gotten around to opening this. But I grew up with Peanuts. I grew up watching the Christmas special, the Halloween special, and whatever random other things would come out on TV. So I grew up with Peanuts, and I'm really looking forward to watching the new Peanuts movie. So I saw these guys, and I thought, I gotta pick them up. You can buy the toys. You don't have to buy Happy Meal. You can buy them and for $1.50. These ones, this is Lucy, and she talks. She only has those two phrases, but I don't know. I never was actually. I wasn't big on Lucy because she was really mean to Charlie Brown. But my wife actually picked this one up after I went with her because our daughter, she's going through this phase. I don't know if she's teething yet, but she always seems to be in a bad mood. And my wife saw Lucy and she thought she kind of looked like our daughter with the face like that. So she bought that on a different occasion. When I went with my wife, I picked up a Snoopy flying in his house. Picked up Charlie Brown hugging Snoopy, and this was like a bobblehead. I went crazy with the Peanuts because I really, really love Peanuts. Picked up Linus and... Wait, this isn't Linus. Is it Linus? Schroeder. Oh, my god, it's Schroeder. Linus is the one with the blanket. I still need that one. I still have to pick up Linus. But this is Schroeder with Snoopy. Kind of look the same, so that's I guess I was thrown off. But man... and I picked up, I actually picked up two more. Picked up Charlie Brown. And this one also talks. So picked up Charlie Brown and I picked up Woodstock. So yeah, there's a couple of figures. There's like 10 figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. No, there's actually 8. There's only 8 toys in the line, and I'm missing Linus. I want to pick up Linus, and because I liked him. He's the main character, and it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. So I want to pick up that. What else? My mother-in-law bought for me this keychain. She knows I'm really looking forward to Star Wars, The Force Awakens. I'm becoming super obsessed with Star Wars right now. So she picked this one up. So this is cool. I still haven't opened it, but I'm going to open it and put it in my keychain because I really like Darth Vader. Darth Vader and Kylo Ren and Boba Fett are by far my favorite Star Wars villains. I guess everyone's. What else? Also, went to Target, and because it was a couple days after Halloween, they had all the Halloween costumes on sale. I actually custom built my Kylo Ren costume. I used the trench coat and the mask, and the mask I bought. But I used the trench coat, the black trench coat that I had, and I bought something. What's it called? I bought fabric to make it longer and make the stuff I needed. So that's why I went as in Halloween. But I did buy an official Kylo Ren costume because my beautiful wife was able to snag tickets for the midnight. Here in Mexico, we're going to get a midnight showing for the 16th to start the 17th. So it's midnight on the 16th, starting the 17th, if that makes sense. Because I found out in the U.S. that it's going to officially release on the 18th, but they're going to have on selected states and theaters, they're going to have a special showing on the 17th at 7 p.m. But here in Mexico, for some reason, we're going to have a midnight showing on the 16th to start the 17th, the whole 17th, and then from there on in. So I actually know a couple of people that live in the U.S. that are going to cross the border just to watch Star Wars because there's, on the 17th, throughout the day, there's going to be showings. But I bought the official Kylo Ren costume because I'm going to cosplay as Kylo Ren just for that midnight showing. And for my daughter, I picked up some headbands. I picked up Yoda. And I picked up Princess Leia. So, I don't know. I know it's silly and crazy, but I already took a picture. I have the Darth Vader helmet, and I took a picture with the Darth Vader helmet and my daughter wearing these. It's super cute. I think it's super cute, so yeah. What else? Went to Walmart, and again, those and the Kylo Ren costume I bought at Target. Went to Walmart and I picked up a couple of things for home for next year. And this one, I picked this one up because it's radioactive green. So it's like, in my crazy head, it's like the mutagen for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Supposedly, if you freeze this thing, it glows. So I have to actually test that out. But this part glows. I know this part glows in the dark. But again, it looked like a container of radioactive ooze, or I'm sorry, radioactive mutagen. So that's why I picked this one up. It's crazy, it's silly, but it's what I bought. Last time I was really bummed out that I wasn't able to get a collectible 3D Peanuts cup. But I was able to go to a theater and I was able to get a Peanuts movie 3D collectible cup. I don't know if the glare will allow the 3D effect to show, but they had two models for this. This one, which I ended up liking most because it has all the characters, you know, and it's Peppermint Patty, and they didn't release Peppermint Patty, I think, or at least didn't have it that time I went. But and they had another one with Snoopy on his house flying by. But this one I thought was best because I should have actually gotten both of them, but I picked up this one because it has all the characters, and looking forward to the Peanuts movie. I've heard good things about that one, but we haven't gotten that one here in Mexico. Another movie I'm looking forward to is The Good Dinosaur, the new Pixar movie. I originally picked up this one because it's the only one they had. It's a very simple design. It just has the dinosaur and the little cave kid there. But another time that I went, they had this one. This one I think is a lot better. It's a lot more colorful. And it has T-Rexes. There's a goofy T-Rex there. It has a more imposing T-Rex. This guy looks badass. And then they have this T-Rex. It looks like a flunky. But I would have bought this one instead of that one because this one has T-Rexes. And T-Rexes has always been my favorite dinosaur. But this one by far is way better. It's more colorful and it has badass T-Rex there. The motherfucking T-Rex. But yeah, I'm happy with the cups. And one I was really worried about not getting were the Star Wars cups. When I went to go pick up the Good Dinosaur one, they were just opening a box and they were bringing out stuff, more dinosaur ones. And I asked, do you have any Star Wars one, or have they come out yet? And apparently they came out way before into the week because they were already sold out. They were already sold out, and if I had not convinced my wife to go that one time, I would not have picked up my Star Wars cups, and I would have been not upset, but I would have been really bummed out, like I was when I found out I wasn't gonna get the Peanuts one the last video. But I was able, thankfully, to pick up my Star Wars cup, my 3D Star Wars cups. This is the first one. They had a couple more of these, but this is the Millennium Falcon fighting off two TIE fighters that you've seen in the trailers. They didn't have that many. They had more than the rest. They didn't have any of these. This is, oh, you're really not going to see this. This is Chewbacca and Han Solo in that amazing scene in the trailer when Han Solo says, "Chewie, we're home." That part was really cool, and I'm super stoked that they made this. This one they were completely sold out. They had buckets of these, but they didn't have the 3D effect. And this is the First Order Stormtroopers. Very, very controversial. Well, I've heard people, talk about this scene because it looks like reminiscent of a Nazi scene. But I think the cup looks badass. No wonder this thing sold out fast. Look at this. It's amazing, I think. But this one, they didn't have anyone except this one. The lady actually went in the warehouse and found that one. And the one that they had the most of, oddly enough, is Captain Phasma. Weird that they went with Captain Phasma and not Kylo Ren. Because Kylo Ren is in everything. Every promotional thing, Kylo Ren is in it. Not so much Captain Phasma. So I'm disappointed that they did not release a Kylo Ren cup. And instead they released a Captain Phasma cup, but you know, it goes to show because this is the one that they had the most. No one wanted Captain Phasma. Everyone wanted Kylo Ren, but I don't know if these were the only ones that she said she had. But I don't know if there's more. If I do see a Kylo Ren cup, I'm definitely gonna pick that one up because it's Kylo Ren. I want Kylo Ren. I cosplay. I'm gonna cosplay as Kylo Ren for the midnight show, and I went disguised as Kylo Ren on my, work Halloween costume contest that they had. Unfortunately, no one knew who he was. Another person went as Darth Vader, and everyone knew who Darth Vader was, but not that many people knew about Kylo Ren. Only the hardcore Star Wars people knew who I was. Last time, well, a couple of videos back, I showed the Kylo Ren mask that I bought at the Disney store. I needed a Kylo Ren lightsaber because, you can't... I have a Darth Vader one, but Kylo Ren's lightsaber, at first when I saw that teaser trailer, I wasn't... It looked cool, but it kind of didn't make any sense that it had the cross guards. The more I see of that lightsaber, the more I actually love it. I love that it looks not so much as a lightsaber, but more like a flame sword because it crackles and it looks very unstable. There's a way better one, a way better Kylo Ren costume at the Disney store. It's exclusive to the Disney store, and that one is, the hilt is a lot bigger. It vibrates. But it doesn't have some of the functionality that the one I bought actually has. I bought this one. It's the Star Wars Hasbro Kylo Ren Deluxe Blade Builders lightsaber. There's a cheaper one, an extendable one, but it doesn't have any actual sound effects. This one costs the same as the Disney Store one. But, because I was going to go to work, and I usually take the bus, and I was going to go to the Star Wars Midnight Show, that one, the Disney Store one, is complete. If I do come up with the money, I am going to buy it, because it is freaking amazing. But for convenience, I wanted a retractable one. Well, all of my lightsabers are retractable. And this was a good enough middle ground between the super cool Disney Store one and the lame-ass one the retractable one. This is the one, the sword. Like I said, the Disney Store one, the hilt is bigger. It's a lot thicker and it's a lot longer and it vibrates. This one doesn't vibrate. But the detail I thought was pretty cool. I like the detail. The standard extendable one looks cheaper. This one looks better. It doesn't feel as heavy as the Disney Store one. But, and it also doesn't retract all the way down. The cheap retractable one, these things do go in, and it does retract all the way inside. This one, this is as much as it retracts. When it's extended, it extends this one. Actually, the blade on the Disney Store one is a little bit longer than this one, just like this much. So it's not that longer, but you won't be able to pick it up. But it has this really cool. This one in the Disney Store one has it. It has this engraved plastic to resemble the fire effect. But the thing that this one has that the Disney Store one doesn't have. Let me power it up. The Disney Store and this one has the same sound effect. If you move the blade this way, it sounds like that. And it has that really, the sound comes from here. It has that crackling sound because it's unstable. The other lightsabers that I have sound a little bit more stable, like your standard Star Wars lightsaber. But this one, if you hit this one, this thing glows as well. The Disney Store one does the same thing, but if you hit these things, the cross guards, the whole thing also glows. So that's one thing that this one has that the Disney Store one doesn't. So this is the one that I took for the costume party contest / thing, and this is the one that I'm gonna take for the midnight show for Star Wars Episode 7. So I'm definitely happy about it. Again, if I am able to get the $30 for this one, costs $30. The Disney Store one also costs $30 for convenience and cosplay. This is the one that I'm gonna keep and I'm gonna use. But the Disney Store one is the one I want to get for show because it looks pretty cool. I do want to have that in display because it looks pretty cool. My wife got for me this Star Wars bag. And I love the design on this. It has Padme, Anakin, Luke and Leia, and Darth Vader, the clone ships, the X-Wings, clone troopers, stormtroopers, and Yoda. So it kind of links the two trilogies in a way, and I really dig this one. So I'm super happy my wife got this for me. My wife also got for me, I don't usually showcase shoes, but my wife got these really kicking shoes for me. They look pretty badass, I think. So my wife went all out on my birthday for this. And my daughter, with my wife, also got me these kick-ass shoes. So yeah, I really love these shoes. And I'm super grateful that my wife, took the time to buy shoes for me. Because I don't usually buy shoes. I'm the kind of guy that buys a pair of shoes and then uses the hell out of them and wears them out. Only until they're literally falling apart do I actually buy new shoes. When I was little, we didn't have that much money, so it was a thing of need. You had to take care of your shoes. And I was the only one of my brothers that took care of his shoes. I cleaned them, I buffed them. I tried to, make them last as much as I could so my family wouldn't have to spend on me money for shoes. So yeah, the fact that my wife bought me these kick-ass shoes is really awesome. I'm super grateful for my wife for getting me these shoes. She also got me other stuff. She knows I love video games, and she knows that I wanted this video game for the longest time. And she got me The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. I've been trying to save money to get this thing, and I heard a rumor that Nintendo was going to stop printing these, that this was going to go out of print. Because the Ocarina of Time 3D one, I know is out of print. It commands a lot of money. Link Between Worlds is still in print, but that's also going out along with this one. So yeah, I'm super grateful that my wife got this for me. I've already played a little bit of it, and it is beautiful. I love Majora's Mask. Ocarina of Time is my #1 favorite of all time Zelda game, but Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess are tied for my second favorite Zelda game. So yeah, of course, every time I think I'm done and I have a complete set of Zelda games, Triforce Heroes is out, and they're going to release Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS. So I now have to save money for 2 new Zelda games. But I love Zelda. The Legend of Zelda is by far my favorite video game series. I have this digitally, but like I said, I like physical media. So I went to a store and they had this super huge sale. Plus I had points on a credit card, so I didn't pay literally that much for this. But I picked up Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Like I said, I got this digitally as a gift from the Club Nintendo service. But this thing is 10 gigabytes and my Wii is only 32. So between all the save things and other stuff that I've downloaded, the Donkey Kong game took up a lot of memory, so I was super happy to be able to buy the physical one so I can delete the digital one and have memory back on my Wii, so I thought that was cool. I did a trade with my brother. Finally he bought a Wii U so he could play Smash Brothers, but he bought it from a friend and he had a couple of games, so he didn't want this one. He didn't want Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. I did. So I worked a trade. I gave him Nintendo Land, and he traded it for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So now I have a complete numbered Assassin's Creed collection. And my wife, the last gift my wife and daughter gave me was Super Mario Maker. This thing is $60. and my beautiful wife got me Super Mario Maker. I've been salivating to get this game, and now I have it, and I've played, and I've unlocked a couple of options. I still need to play. You have to play. You have to continuously play to unlock all the options and the that you need to edit cool levels. So I'm still working on that, but so far the things that I've downloaded and played and the things that I've designed, I'm super happy with. It came with the extra thick box to commemorate Mario's 30th anniversary, and it comes with an idea book, just a couple of illustrations on what you might be able to do with Mario Maker. But it is a game that you have to actually play. You know, my duties between work and husband and father have kept me away from video games, but I pleaded with my wife to let me play this at least half an hour. You don't really need more than half an hour, so you can unlock anything. And I'm just having super fun with Super Mario Maker. I want to unlock everything, so I can get the most out of that because it is a great idea, and I'm super happy Nintendo. Yes, it is sort of like Little Big Planet that Sony released first. But I think the Mario series works better, and I've seen some levels that people have done that are amazing. So it's cool that Nintendo decided to, in a way, copy that, but make it its own. So that is amazing. Last thing I want to talk about real quick is movies. I bought for my wife her favorite movie from Pedro Infante, which is a famous Mexican actor from the 40s and 50s. And that's Los Tres Huastecos. Pedro Infante plays the same character. Well, he's the same actor, but he plays three different characters: a priest, a criminal, and a military man. And he plays them off pretty well. I actually enjoyed watching this movie a lot. This is the first Pedro Infante movie that I've seen. I'm more of a Santo fan and Cantinflas fan myself, and I've never seen a Pedro Infante movie until this one. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I actually want to pick up more of his movies because I really enjoyed this one. When I bought Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I picked up, this one was dirt cheap. I picked up Metallica, Some Kind of Monster. This is the Metallica documentary. I love Metallica. You know, a lot of people are surprised that I love Metallica because, you know, since I'm a geek, they think that I'm into more other kind of stuff. But a lot of people are surprised when they find out that I love Metallica. I freaking love it. And I think this is the PAL version, but it works. There's no region code because it has this thing which I've never seen before in any of my DVDs. I actually, after I opened it, I thought maybe it was a bootleg thing, but no. Apparently, this is the way that it was released in a lot of places. So. And it's a 2-disc collector set with a couple of documentaries. So, it's not a pirate version. I just guess it's the one that they released here in Mexico, the rest of the Americas, and Europe. Have not seen it yet. Looking forward to seeing this. So yeah. Went to Walmart and this one was $3. I picked up the unrated edition of Paranormal Activity 4. Not the best Paranormal Activity. 1, 2, and 3. 3 a little less, but 1 and 2 I thought were beautiful movies, really effective movies. Went to see this one with my wife, and I wasn't as impressed as I was with 1, 2, and 3. I need the Mark ones, and I want to go see Ghost Dimension because supposedly that's the last one. Picked up Patch Adams, one of the last Robin Williams movies I need. Super happy to pick this one up, even though it's not my favorite Robin Williams movie. I needed it for the collection. Finally picked up a copy of Predator. Unfortunately, this is the full screen edition. I would have preferred the widescreen one. I'm collecting widescreen now. But I don't have Predator in my collection. It's very weird. There is a Predator 2-pack that has Predator 1 and 2, but I wanted Predator 1 standalone, and I finally got me a copy. This is one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. This one and Commando. Picked up Titanic because why not? I've never seen this movie all the way through. Every time they pass it on TV, I always watch when the boat is sinking. I've never been able to watch it all the way through, so I saw it cheap. I picked it up. Picked up Universal Soldier, special edition of Universal Soldier. This one and Time Cop are my favorite Van Damme movies. I really, really like this one and Time Cop. So I'm super happy to finally be able to get a copy of that. Picked up Ju-on 2, this is the Grudge, the Japanese Grudge 2, because we do have an American Grudge 2. Haven't seen it, but looking forward to getting it. Well, I actually need to get the first Ju-on and Ringo, but, you know, I'll start. Picked up the 2-disc award edition of A Beautiful Mind. Heard great things about this one, but have not actually seen it. Unfortunately, I was only able to pick up the single-disc edition of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This was supposedly the last of the Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. It wasn't. That they released on Strange Tides or on Strange Waters, but it wasn't the best Pirates of the Caribbean movie, unfortunately. And I would have preferred to have gotten the 2-disc edition with all the special features, but yeah, I got this one cheap, so I can't complain. Picked up Trapped, starring Kevin Bacon and Charlize Theron. Again, another movie that I've seen on TV on chunks. I have never actually watched the whole thing, but I have a whole bunch of special features, and I've never seen it on DVD, so picked it up. Picked up Rain Man, because why not? Got it cheap. Picked up The Innocents. Bought this from a guy that I found that sells movies for really good prices. I actually heard about this movie from a best horror movie countdown list. If memory serves me right, it's a British movie that handles suspense really good. So pick that one up just because of that. To try to complete my Angelina Jolie collection, I picked up Wanted, starring Angelina Jolie, Morgan Freeman, and James McAvoy, who became Professor Xavier. Only missing Maleficent and Cyborg 2 and Salt. Those are the only Angelina Jolie movies that I want, but I'm getting there. Saw this movie once on TV, and I thought it was really cool. And ever since I've been looking for it on DVD or Blu-ray. I've never seen it. The guy that I buy my DVDs from had it, and this is Undead. This is a Australian zombie movie. It looks pretty low budget, but that's the charm of this. I was watching the documentary, and they did anything that they could to make this movie. They did a whole bunch of practical effects. They cut corners as much as they could. And the end result is kind of cheesy, but kind of awesome. So I'm really super happy to find this one. Because, like I said, I watched it on TV. I thought it was amazing. Picked up Fast and Furious. This is the Fast and the Furious Part 4. I want to complete my Fast and the Furious collection, so I'm getting there. Picked up The Ninth Gate, a Johnny Depp horror movie, where he's this book collector that is trying to find the book that has a spell to summon the devil. So I thought that was pretty cool. Picked up The Island. Didn't much care for this movie the first time I watched it. Watched it the second time, and I thought it was pretty cool. Has Scarlett Johansson and Ewan McGregor. So I added it to the Michael Bay collection. Only picked this one up because it's cheap. But I picked up That's My Boy to try to complete my Adam Sandler collection. I'm only missing like 4 movies and I'll complete my Adam Sandler collection. Picked up, unfortunately, not the edition I wanted. On Facebook, he posted a 2-disc collector's edition for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. When I actually went to pick it up, it was the standard, no special features edition. But I've been trying to get One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest cheap for a long time, and I finally have it. Picked up La Ley de Herodes. This is a Mexican movie that parodies the rise of power of a political group, that the longest running political group in power here in Mexico. Now that that group is back in power, I'm surprised that this thing hasn't been, blacklisted. Picked up the single disc edition of Phineas and Ferb Across the Second Dimension. I love Phineas and Ferb. I think it's one of the best kids show that's out there. I don't know if they're still making anymore, but I loved Phineas and Ferb, and I haven't watched the movie. Picked up Zoolander. because why not? It was cheap. It has a whole bunch of special features. And apparently they're going to make a second one. So got this as a birthday present. I picked up the Big Bang... I got the Big Bang Theory Season 8. This is the Mexican version, not the English version. But it comes in English. And it was a birthday present. So thank you so much to one of my cousins that got this for me. Because I love the Big Bang Theory. And actually, the Big Bang Theory is the only series that I have on DVD complete. From Season 1 to Season 8. So looking forward to watching this with the wife. Went to Walmart and picked up Jurassic World, the super blockbuster hit of this year so far, at least until Star Wars comes out. But at Walmart they had the collectible Jurassic Park tin. This one cost $25, just like it is. But at Walmart, for $25, for the same $25, you would get this thing. So that was a no-brainer. I picked up this because I love Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. This movie was badass. It has some faults, but it's badass. I love Jurassic Park. The motherfucking T-Rex. So yeah, I could not pass this up because I knew that thing was selling out really fast and it looks beautiful. And the last thing I picked up is the new Back to the Future trilogy. There's another edition that came out that had different special features than this one has. But this is the new Back to the Future trilogy to celebrate the 30th anniversary. And it has an extra documentary, and it has a short where Christopher Lloyd reprises his role as Doc Brown to try to save the world. So I bought it. $25. The DVD, I'm sorry, this is the DVD. The Blu-ray cost $30, but my Blu-ray is kind of acting up, so I bought the DVD because I love Back to the Future. When it was the date October 21st, 2015, I actually watched Back to the Future 2 with my wife and daughter, and I remembered and I shared how awesome Back to the Future is. It's one of my personal shames that I don't own, that I didn't own Back to the Future before. Just like I didn't own Predator and I don't own Alien. As a movie buff, it's my personal shame that I didn't own those movies. But now I have Predator and now I have Back to the Future, the trilogy. So yeah, if I ever win the lottery, like a lot of people, I'm gonna buy me a DeLorean and custom build it to be a time machine. And one day I'm going to make that flux capacitor work, and I'm going to travel back in time to buy Amiibos and other retro video games before they got completely crazy out of price and expensive. But super happy about this. So yeah, that was the collection pick-up video. Lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about. Only the lightsaber, Back to the Future, and Jurassic World I paid full price for. Those are the only things I splurged for myself on my birthday. Everything else, the video games were provided by my beautiful wife, so those were free, same as the Big Bang Theory. And the other stuff are just random stuff that I've picked up dirt cheap, and it is beautiful. I love it. A lot of people say I'm a hoarder, and maybe I am. Maybe I do have a serious medical addiction to buying stuff, but it's the things that I love. Obviously, I don't love it more than my wife and my daughter. Right now, they are my two things that keep me going whenever work is getting to be too much, because I don't, watch movies or play video games that much. But whenever I find a good deal, I do like to buy and buy and buy and buy and buy and buy. And it's my daughter's inheritance. When I'm dead and buried, my daughter will be able to keep this, or she'll sell it and make a mint. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that was a pickup video. Like always, I don't know how much time I have left. The timer, I'm looking at the timer because it's over here. But like always, I like to make the recommendation. I'm gonna recommend the obvious ones. I'm gonna recommend Back to the Future. If you have not seen Back to the Future, what the hell's wrong with you? The first Back to the Future, by far, is a perfect movie in my opinion. Every word that's said in that movie comes up. And Back to the Future 2, I love Back to the Future 2 because they showcase an amazing look at the future. not a doom or gloom or apocalyptic future. It's a hopeful, beautiful, bright future that I hope I lived in, because I'm still waiting for my freaking flying cars. And Jurassic World, again, because I love me some dinosaurs. Love me some dinosaurs. So yeah, those are my recommendations. Like always, thanks so much for watching, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas XX78, thanking you and signing out.